According to the proposed school fees regulation policy, the government wants schools to charge at least 260,000 shillings or at most 1,600,000 Ugandan shillings depending on the nature of schools, location, staff salaries, feeding of learners and administration costs among others. Failure to adhere to the set standards attracts a fine of between 1 million shillings and 20 million shillings, a 1-year imprisonment for the school director or administrator or both. However, the resident director of Kingsway Schools, Bright Bwenje, told Church of Uganda Family TV that the new school fees policy may compromise the quality of education and other services that private schools offer.
It is a policy that we do not think is fair because when education was liberalized in 1993, it was so that the private sector may come in and offer education and quality education. So once you restrict the private investor, the private educator, and you restrict them to a certain threshold, that means you are restricting this capability of offering quality education services.
He added that as long as schools offer services matching the fees they charge, there should not be a problem in a free market economy. However, he explained that his school has maintained the range of school fees despite the volatility in the economy.
And concerning the children or the parents that are coming back to school, I'm confident that they will come back because we're offering the best that their money provides. And so I'm not worried because we have not increased any fees. We're still on the same fees that we were last year, despite the dynamics in the economy.
The National Secretary Federation of Non-State Education Institutions, Patrick Kaboyo, stated that the regulation is important in the legal framework. However, he advised that it would be more effective if all stakeholders are engaged in the discussions and they strike a compromise for a win-win situation.
So for it to work, there has to be a conversation which must be protracted, and this should be one way of engaging parents and teachers to see that they are part of the discussion. Of course, we cannot say the regulation is bad, but it has to stay, and we have to discuss and give it a clear shape for where it should end.
According to a guardian we spoke to, it is important for parents and guardians to take their children to schools which they can afford to avoid stressful conditions. The Private Schools and Institutions Department in the Ministry of Education and Sports was inaugurated in 2008, consequent to the restructuring of ministry to cater for the vibrant and ever-expanding private investment in education. Since the government of Uganda decision in 1993 to liberalize the education sector, thousands of schools and institutions have been set up by private investors. In fact, private schools are generally performing a lot better academically compared to public schools, many of which have been run down over the years and declined in many respects.